Starting off with this response to the documentary called Black, how did the film make me feel? It definitely enlightens me that there needs to be a change in some way that the healthcare system functions. The fact that there's people not being seen because of lack of staffing and lack of care that these people need help versus profit is ridiculous. I mean, there's doctors that can't see patients just because of the paperwork wall and the HIPAA wall that puts so many restraints on improving the quantity and possibly quality of the health care that they receive. I mean, I understand there's a place and a time, and I understand why these HIPAA laws are in place, but the fact that these things are putting restraints on the and quantity and quality of healthcare is ridiculous, and there definitely needs to be a change for sure. The thing I really engage with most in this film, and that I see most as a thing, is the doctors themselves aren't on purpose. They want to engage in the patients. They want to get to know the patients, but the restraint of the quantity of patients that are they're waiting for, and the regulations put on them by the state and county and everything don't allow for that. They can't see the patients for as long as they would like. So I guess the main thing I'll remember from this film is just seeing the quantity of people that aren't receiving care just because of many different reasons. Understaffing of hospital, lack of insurance, I mean, the fact that they had to allow themselves to get to this point of having such terrible health just to receive health care just mean because they had nowhere else to go because of either a lack of insurance or understaffing of the current place. This film makes me think about, will this in turn affect my practice? I mean, as an athletic trainer, I mean, depends on where I land. I won't have to deal much with insurance, and I mean, I will be able to treat the patient to the best of my ability until I refer them off to another specialist. But will this problem affect me personally in my practice? Will I ever run into a situation where I can't do a quality eval or get to know an athlete just because I'm in a crunch for time, or I can't, or regulations put on me by HIPAA or the school or the state or something else don't allow for me to give the best quality care that I can? I'm not sure if I'd watch it again, though, just because I think I got I got the gist of the movie. I understand what it's trying to say, that there needs to be a change in some way, that the healthcare system, there's no reason that our healthcare system is as faulty and gridlocked as it is, while other healthcare systems don't seem to have this issue in other countries. And I guess if I did watch it a second time, the second viewing would have me focus more on how the doctors were operating, not actually what they're doing. So I mean, the first time around, I was just trying to figure out what is all going on. Why is this an important part of this documentary, and what does it mean to me? The second time around, I'd probably look at a more detailed view of understanding what the doctors are doing to try to make their care the best, and what can't they do, or what barriers they have to go over that they almost can't, or what barriers that block them from giving the most high quality health care. I'm really not sure if there's a way to view this film any differently than I did. I mean, it's pretty plain and simple. It shows you that there's people that need health care everywhere, and they're not getting health care for many reasons, whether it's they don't have insurance, because the way the film showed it, there was only 15 or so places in the United States that are 15 to 20 places in the United States that are county hospitals that cannot turn someone away for not having a life-threatening condition, meaning that once you're stable, you getting to your next place to become as healthy as you can be might be a very rough road, and that shouldn't be a thing at all. That's ridiculous in my eyes. I mean, maybe if I was a bit younger, I kind of wouldn't see this as an issue. Like, oh, okay, I'm young, I'm healthy, I don't have to worry about that. But I mean, anyone with a decent amount of education and I mean, I didn't come from the most rich background, but anybody with a middle class to lower background would understand that this is a problem and that this is the real life and it shouldn't be this way. One of the things I believe this film does show, it shows the importance of having a good functioning healthcare system. The fact that and making oh shit, and trying to make the transition from patient entering patient care and discharge as efficient as possible, and that can be done with effective paperwork and documentation as well as communication. But I guess the way I seen it as the film is the legality issues slow this process down so much and create a bind for patient care. This movie is pretty influential to healthcare. It shows what is wrong and what needs to be changed. I don't have the answers personally of what needs to be changed, but I see what is wrong. And the fact that there's places that prioritize profit over patient care is ridiculous. It's my belief that if you are a healthcare provider, you should do everything in your power to help the patient, and profit should just be secondary. I understand that, I mean, all of our educations cost a lot of money, but the reason you are in this field is to help people. And again, this all comes around to the fact that our healthcare system, or a lot of places in our healthcare system, are based on not even in the fact that you have insurance, the type of insurance you have. You can be turned away for even have, or your specific procedure could not be paid for based on the type of insurance you have. And I don't believe that should be the thing. I mean, I see the place in health insurance, but it shouldn't determine what quality of healthcare you should get anywhere you go. The way I see this movie relating back to me, is that I could be the initiator for sending them into this broken system. That cool athlete comes to me with an injury, depending on where I am working or my department will determine whether they have to have insurance or not. Some high schools, I guess, don't require insurance. Most colleges do. And depending on that insurance, I could they have an injury, say broken something, or they have an even more serious issue with cardiac. Depending on where they go, they might not be able to be treated or get the most effective treatment possible, just because based on the influx of people in the hospital, or they're just given a number and not seen as a person, which is wrong. So in the end, it just kind of seems like the patient care is declining based on profit. And I know athletic training is moving to more of a insurance, to be able to claim on insurance, and I hope that doesn't somehow affect the way I treat my patients at all, or it shouldn't, based on the fact that or it should limit the fact that some things I can't do. It shouldn't be that way for any way, and I hope that doesn't limit myself at all in my profession. This has been my reflection on the video, and that's it.